like you lost another one.
What's up YouTube, it's Elijah One Dream and we're back again with another NBA 2K24 New Gen Center build video. And in today's video we have an extra rare 7'3" two-way Diming Middy Specialist. Now I did a quick YouTube search, I popped in two-way Diming Middy Specialist. I've only seen about a couple of them posted and one of them was 7 feet tall, but I have yet to see a 7'3" version of this build. So I was just kind of messing around and I wanted to see what it would be like to have a minimum wingspan, get all those good shooting badges, but still have a lower 3 ball. Last year in my Hakeem Intro replica build, we had a 73 ball and an 84 mid-range. We had good shooting badges that allowed us to shoot extremely well with the 73 ball. So I wanted to try out again this year, and same thing. It is absolute money. I've got a 30-point triple-double at the end of this video for a gameplay for you guys, and I will be dropping another 40-point triple-double, and I believe I go 8 for 12 in the 40-point triple-double and 11 to 14 in the gameplay you will see later on in this video. So absolutely lights out with this build. Again, I would kind of consider this like an Arvydas Sabonis type build. 7'3", you can spread the floor, and we are going to get a 98 pass accuracy, which is absolutely amazing. So again, kind of like an Arvydas Sabonis Big Z type of build, especially with that high mid-range. But again, super fun build, and I had a blast using it. So of course, like I said, we're gonna go 7'3", and you want to put the weight down to 230 pounds. That way we can still get our elite big man contact dunks. Otherwise, if you go 231 pounds, you see that vertical, it goes to a 74, and you need a 75 in order to get elite big man contact dunks. So that's the only way you can get elite big man contact dunks on a 7'3" is to go minimum weight. But lowering our wingspan down to 7'3", it actually gives us more strength, so that comes in handy quite a bit. So we can click continue. So here we have the build. I filled out all the attributes so we can just run through the badges. Otherwise, Otherwise, that would take up a ton of your time and the video needs to be a lot longer than what it needs to be. So I'll just fill out the attributes and we're gonna run through the badges that the build gets. So as you've seen, we get a 60 close shot. That's the lowest that we can go. It matches that 90 mid-range, but we do get gold fast twitch, which we get through that 92 standing dunk. Bronze fearless finisher, it's nothing crazy, but still, even with that 73 driving layup and 73 driving dunk, if you're in finishing takeover or Mamba mentality, you can get a plus 10 to that. Or if in juice perk, I believe it is a plus 15. I could be wrong on that. You could get up to an 88 driving dunk and an 88 driving layup, and that bronze fearless finisher will absolutely come in handy with it. Unfortunately, no masher. It would be nice to have it 7'3". Same thing, no hook specialist or post fade phenom. But even then, even if you don't have post fade phenom, you still have that 90 mid-range shot. So your post hop shots, post fades, everything like that, they are still absolutely money. No dream shake either, but we do get gold pro touch. And if you want to put on your layup timing to go with that driving layup, you might be able to finish some pretty crazy layups. Silver whistle, and we get bronze spot finder as well. From driving layup, a few repeat badges here, gold aerial wizard, and as you've seen on their mixtape as well too, we can get some really nasty putbacks, even with that 73 driving dunk. So it's really fun to go for these putbacks this year. Bronze slithery, that'll help you again with that finishing layups or dunks, anything like that. Silver bunny for those hop dunks or hop layups, again pro touch. Silver two-step, silver whistle, silver float game, scooper, and gold spin cycle. So you still have a decent amount of badges. If you want to drive to the rack or anything like that, get a little bit saucy with it. As you see, you do have some ball handle and speed with ball as well, especially in Mamba mentality. And if you're going to use the juice perk, you can really cook up some nasty clips with this build. 73 driving dunk, again, a lot of repeat badges right here. Nothing else other than really precision dunker, but that we get through standing dunk at 92. So a lot of repeat badges on the driving dunk. It would be nice to get up to a 75 driving dunk for Daryl Dawkins dunk package. Unfortunately, we can't get that on this build, but still, even with the 73 driving dunk, you still get some decent dunk packages and get some nice clips as well. 92 standing dunk, that's going to get us that gold fast twitch, gold rise up, aerial wizard, and of course gold precision dunker. Now with having a low close shot, if you do get the ball underneath the rim, absolutely try and go for those standing dunk meters because they can be massive, and especially once you get gold precision dunker and your rise up, your fast twitch and everything, you can start dunking on people pretty crazy. Again, I'm still figuring out when to do it exactly because sometimes you get an absolutely tiny dunk meter and other times your dunk meter is pretty much 3/4 of the bar. And again, I find it off like offensive rebounds, or if you get a dump down pass or anything like that, then your meter is huge. And I don't know, sometimes I do that and then sometimes I get a small dunk meter. I don't know, but still definitely utilize that standing dunk meter with this. 30 post control, we don't get anything with that unfortunately, but the 90 mid-range is what I'm talking about. See, we get gold catch and shoot, gold dead eye, gold blinders, gold green machine, gold guard up, and Hall of Fame open looks. So this combination to go with the 76 3 ball makes it absolute cash. And like I said in the later gameplay that you're going to see, I went 11 of 14 from 3 land. And of course, being 7'3" with a gold guard up badge, that is absolutely nasty. And if you guys look at like the very last or one of the very last clips in the mixtape, I shot a shot where there was like 2 people standing literally right in front of me. They didn't have their hands up though, and I'm 7'3", so I shot over them and it registered as an open shot. I couldn't believe it. It was for sure contested, but since I'm so tall, I got all these badges. It actually opened as a registered as an open shot. And again, they close out late or anything, they feel to put a hand up, that dead eye can pop, guard up can pop, catch and shoot's really nice. It's really fun. And again, that 76 3 ball, I wanted to go 76 to get that silver claymore and that silver corner specialist. So especially out of the corners, you can be absolute knockdown. And again, every Monday, make sure you guys go and do your shooting drills to get those lethal zones because they will absolutely help you out and help you green more. It would have been nice to be able to get that bronze limitless range on a 7'3". That would have been absolutely OP. But again, I wanted to try out a high mid-range with a lower 3 ball and see how it worked, and it is absolutely money. And we got an incredibly cool build name. 65 free throw, would have been nice to get the 71 for that bronze free points badge. You can still absolutely knock down your free throws with this. You will shoot about 70%, so you should hit about 3 out of 5 if you get to the line that many times. The 98 pass accuracy, this was super fun. So we get all the Hall of Fame playmaking badges except for bailout and post playmaker. But still, even that Hall of Fame needle threader, to get those passes by the defense, it makes it a lot harder for them to steal, especially if they have those 91 steal builds and everything like that, and they're spamming square. This will help you get the pass through those defenders much easier. And of course, Hall of Fame break starter is super nice to have. We're 7'3", only an 85 defensive rebound, but as long as you get position, box out, time your jump well, come down with that board, hold the X or A button, pass that ball down the court, and you're gonna get easy assists. And of course, Hall of Fame dimer is gonna pop on that. Touch passer is also gonna pop on that. Relay passer potentially. Of course, Hall of Fame special delivery. And if you're in the elite affiliation, I highly recommend to try doing some flashy passes because you will get your two-way boost on the defensive end if you can get an assist with the flashy pass. Don't try and force them too much because obviously you're going to get some turnovers, but if the opportunity is there, throw a little flashy pass, get a nice easy assist, and then you can get a defensive boost on the other end. 65 ball handle. We do get bronze big driver through this, so that is extremely nice to have, and I believe you do get some other dribble packages as well through this. And I wanted to max out my speed with ball. You only need a 40, but I wanted a little bit of extra just in case you do end up running like the juice perk and get that plus 15. Then you can get an almost 60 speed with ball at 7'3", which you could definitely sauce up with if you are the right person and you know your combos and you are a dribble and everything like that. 84 interior defense, kind of a random number, but I wanted to get the least amount of interior defense that I could while keeping the two-way name, and 84 was what it was. I went to 83 and it would drop the two-way part of the build name, so I went up to an 84. And of course this way we do get gold anchor, silver post lockdown, and gold workhorse. And that silver post lockdown to go with that 80 strength, and again, if your mama mentality or your physicals take over, you can get a 90 plus strength and take over as well. So if people try to mash you, they're going to have a hard time. Then you can play your hands up defense. Their drop steps won't work, their post spins won't work. You can make the miss, grab that rebound, 98 pass accuracy, throw it down the court, easy assist. And of course I wanted the most perimeter defense that I could get, so if you want to go play park, you can take it to the park. It's not the greatest for park, but you can still make it work. Like I have taken 7'3" to the 3v3s, even the theater, the park, whatever it may be, even some events in the 3v3. It's usable, but people are definitely a lot faster than you, and if somebody knows how to dribble and abuse their acceleration and their quickness against you, it can be very hard to guard. But still, it's pretty fun going to the park and using a 7'3" and just being a little bit different. But still, we get gold workhorse, and we are going to get bronze off-ball pest, which is an extremely nice badge. It doesn't just work for bumping them on the three-point line. If they're cutting in to the rack, this will also give them some bump animations and not nearly as clean of as a cut as it would have been if you didn't have this badge. Only a 29 steal, so we don't get anything. Again, I had to sacrifice something, and steal, it always ends up being the one that I choose. 93 block, that was so we could get this gold pogo stick, which is going to be extremely nice, and chase down artist on bronze, and of course gold anchor. You only need 92 for gold anchor, but again, if you drop this down, you lose that pogo stick, and we need that 75 vertical to get that gold pogo stick as well. And close shot were pretty much the sacrifices of this build, so we were able to get everything else, and especially with that 98 accuracy and 90 mid, it's really nasty. But again, the 85 defensive rebound, usable. You get hold it, especially against some rebounding builds with Hall of Fame rebound chaser. But again, box out, time your jumper right, come down with the rebound, full court outlet passes, and then you can get your take perk. But we do get silver box out beast, rebound chaser, and gold pogo stick. Of course, max out your 5. It is slow, 100%. And if you go for offensive rebounds and you're playing against some foot or lower that has like it's the ball, they can take off down the court and beat you every single time, and their teammates can hit them and they're going to get some easy fast break points on you. You do have to be pretty mindful of that, but again, this build is more of like a shot creating stretch type of build. So you will be living more on the perimeter anyway, but still it is go for some putback dunks like you've seen in the earlier mixtapes. But again, if you do that and the other center has some speed on them, they can definitely beat you down the court and get some easy buckets. It takes a little bit to get used to, but once you figure out how to use it, you can definitely make it work. Acceleration, get us brighter. Again, if you turn on Xbox, receive a pass off of it, then this badge will also pop in, and again to shooting as well. 80 strength, it would have been nice to get to 84 strength. Unfortunately, we were not able to do that. We'd have to increase the weight, but then we wouldn't be able to get elite big attack dunks. But still, the 80 strength absolutely is still money. You get bronze brick walls, or sure post lockdown, and immovable enforcer. So you still get the nice defensive badges, but still at the bronze level, steppers and postmans and everything. Of course, 75 vertical, that is going to get you rise up, wizard on gold, bronze chase down artist, gold pogo stick, and bronze posterizer as well. And of course, like I said, we need that 75 vertical and the elite big man contact dunks, and if you go 230 pounds, you would not be able to get this rating. And last but not least, the 90 stamina to get that gold workhorse badge. So there we have it, the 99 overall Diming Middy Specialist build. Absolutely fire and fun build. I enjoyed using this. I love using builds with rare names. They may not be the meta, but again, this build, get that 98 pass accuracy, you get those shooting badges, you can still get your elite big man contact dunks, you got 93 block. It's pretty solid all the way around. It just can be a little bit slow at times, that's all. And the comparisons are different. I used to have Victor Wembanyama, and I had somebody else instead of Chet Holmgren, so that's kind of interesting. Wembanyama as one of them. DeAndre Ayton was in there, I believe, as well too. But yeah, Chet Holmgren, that's extremely different. That's weird. But still, it still comes out to the two-way Diming Specialist, which is an absolutely fire build name, an extremely rare build name as well. You don't see many of these in the park or the rec, and especially at 7'3". But still, pretty cool comparisons as well too. Definitely could be like a Kristaps Porzingis type build. A little bit better playmaking than what he has, but still. Next up, I will show you guys the jump shot that I've been using, and then we're going to get into some rec gameplay. Sorry, before we get into the jump shot, we are going to go over which attributes to upgrade first. And I went back and I reloaded my save file, my original save file for this build, and I got Victor Wembanyama, DeAndre Ayton, and Arvydas Sabonis as comparisons. Now they switched to Kristaps Porzingis, Ayton, and Chet Holmgren, so that's kind of interesting. But still, nonetheless, this build plays the exact same, and everything I did is also the exact same. First things first, we're gonna max out our finishing except for our close shots. You want to go 73 driving layup and driving dunk, and you want to max out your standing dunk to a 92. That way we can finish everything easily, and we can start getting our nice finishing badges off rip as well. Of course, in 90 mid-range, you want to be able to be lights out, and again, get those shooting badges as quick as you can, and of course max out your 3-ball so we can have that nice inside outside game right off rip. And max out your pass accuracy so we can get a 98 pass accuracy off rip, and you can start working towards those Hall of Fame playmaking badges, and you're gonna have those nice crisp clean passes off rip as well. And what I ended up doing was going to a 55 ball handle and a 40 speed with ball. That way we can get our bronze big driver, and you can get those nice dribble animations that you want. In interior defense, we go up to a 74. That will get us bronze post lockdown, and we're gonna max out our perimeter defense to a 63 so we can get those bronze off ball pest badge off rip. And if you want to take it to the park or the theater, whatever it might be, you can definitely do that as well. And then we go to a 77 block. That will get you bronze anchor this way. You can still get a ton of blocks, even with a 77 block rating. It is actually incredible, but still, this will give you enough defense to be able to play defense in the paint, disrupt some shots, grab your rebounds, get your easy outlet assists, the whole works. And then of course, max out your defensive rebound. You want to be able to grab those rebounds as soon as you can, and like I keep saying, full court outlet passes, once you grab them with that 98 pass accuracy, your takeover meter will go up so quick. And of course, max out your speed, max out your acceleration, max out your strength, max out your vertical, and max out your stamina. So we're gonna get max physicals off ripping this as well too, to get that gold workhorse. You can get your elite standing big bang contact dunks. You can work towards pogo stick, get your 80 strength so you can still bang down low if people are trying to drop step you and anything like that. Get your bronze spot finder, and of course you want the most speed that you can get. And once again, like always, 255k VC. That's pretty much what it costs every single time you want to go to 89 or a 90 overall. It's going to cost you that 250k VC. But next, let's get into the jump shot. And as you probably guessed, I am using the Jonathan Isaac base, and we are still using Tim Duncan and Jaren Jackson Jr. for release 1 and release 2. And once again, I put my release speed down 1 tick, and for some reason it goes to half speed, but again, that will increase your timing stability from a D+ to a C-. And I love the Tim Duncan release as well because it has a high release point. Jaren Jackson also does as well too. And as you see, an A release height, A release speed, and a B+ defensive immunity. So like I was talking about in those last few clips in the mixtape, when there's like 2 people in front of me and they were standing there and they didn't put a hand up and that registered as open, I believe this also helps. And I also like having a high release point. I find it a little bit easier to time, especially this year, so you can kind of watch his hands. And if you're using the push, pretty much as soon as it reaches the apex of the jump, then you want to let go of square, and you should be able to get some money greens just like that. But again, I'm probably just going to stick to this Jonathan Isaac base the whole year. I'll probably use Tim Duncan for one of the releases, and then depending on my 3-point or mid-range rating, I may use Marc Gasol, maybe even Marquise Chris, something else other than like that. But primarily it's going to be Jonathan Isaac, and one of the releases will be Tim Duncan. But next up, let's put this jump shot to use. We drop a 30-point triple-double, and we go 11 of 14 from 3-point land. An absolute monster of a gameplay for you guys, but let's get into it. All right, so here we've got a 37 point, 16 rebound, 12 assists, no steal, and 1 block gameplay on 13 of 16 shooting and 11 of 14 from 3-point land. And this 7'3" 2-way Diming Middy Specialist is a super fun build. Now, of course, the speed is a little bit questionable. It does take a little bit to get up and down the court. If you are up against like a 7-foot build or smaller, even some of the 7'1" that have maybe like a 70 speed, anything like that, they can definitely beat you down the court. If you go for offensive rebounds and you don't get them and they take off down the court, pretty much in a bucket for them every single time, as long as their teammates pass it to them if you're playing in the random rec. But still, this build with the shooting badges it gets and a 76 3-ball, it's definitely all that you need. I've been absolutely money, and I will have another 40-point triple-double gameplay with this build as well, where we go 8 for 12 from 3-point land, I believe, as well too. But you can hit all kinds of shots with this. That Hall of Fame open looks comes in handy. Only thing would be nice, it would be nice to get that not Hall of Fame, but bronze limitless range badge. That's pretty much what you're sacrificing, because you still get gold catch and shoot, Hall of Fame open looks, all those nice badges, and they kick in with that 76 3-ball, and you can be lights out. And of course, once you get Mamba mentality, or if you activate the sharpshooting takeover, you can get plus 10 to that. And if you run the juice perk, I believe it's plus 15. I still don't know for sure, but you're going to be looking at a 90 plus 3-ball with the juice perk, or an 86 3-ball still as well. So absolutely money. The rebounding is still nice. You still kind of get hoed at times as well too. The short wingspan, 7'3", but you still have that 80 strength, so you can still box out, get good position, time your jump right, and you can still get lots of rebounds. Like as you see in there, I still got 9 rebounds and it's only halftime. We are up against an 86 overall, but as you've seen earlier, I am only a 90 overall in this gameplay as well too. So this is one of my first few games on this, and I started off shooting lights out on this build. And then for some reason, I kind of eventually started slowing down. I don't know, I just was mistiming my jump shot, but still, as you guys seen, it is absolutely money. It is a little bit different. I was just messing around, seeing what I could make, and then this really cool name, two-way Diming Middy Specialist. I was like, yep, I definitely got to try this out. And I wanted to try that, having a short wingspan, having a high mid-range, getting those nice shooting badges, and then having a lower 3-ball and see if it was still greenable. Last year when I had my Hakeem Intro replica build, he had a 73 ball and an 84 mid-range, I believe, and I was sparking with that thing. And of course, having that high mid-range will also allow you to get the nice jump shots that you need. Look at that dribble in between the legs. I crossed him over. He actually ended up flopping right there, but if you go back and watch that, when I put it between my legs the second time, he actually did get a stumble animation. So it is absolutely insane that you can drop people with the 7'3" build. It primarily happens in sharpshooting takeover or Mamba mentality, of course, as you just seen right there. And I should have pulled up with it. That would have been absolutely nasty clip, but unfortunately I didn't really see it at the time. But watching it back, I see why he flopped right there, because I stumbled him a little bit. It's pretty nasty. It's always super satisfying. And of course, the 98 pass accuracy on this build goes absolutely crazy as well too. I really did want to try out the 98 pass accuracy on a build, so I was glad that I was able to get it on this. Because we have that lower rebounding, we were able to get that 98 pass accuracy, and of course a lower 3-ball as well too. But that's what I mean, you sag off this build, it is going to be absolutely cash. Hall of Fame needle threader, really nice, not much of a difference from the gold level I find, but still, it is super nice to be able to grab those rebounds, chuck full court outlet passes, and not have to worry about anything. You can easily chuck them down the court, get those nice easy outlet assists. My guy was just so frustrated playing defense against me, he just said, I'm done. This guy is absolute money. I'm sick of this. He is absolutely torching me. And once again, right here, trying to get a little nice clip, but we end up passing it down the court because we only need one more assist to get that nice triple-double, and we get it right there. But we actually end up getting 2 more assists in the last 20 few seconds right here as well, because like I said at the start of the video, we do get 12 assists in here. In this build, again, a nice triple-double machine. It's an easy rep build as well too, and you can go crazy with it in the random rec. You can just make your teammates so much better. You still got great defense, you got enough strength to hold your own, you can space the floor, and you can get crafty with it in the mid-range, do some nasty pull-ups, hop shots, whatever it might be. But we're coming to the end of this gameplay. 37, 12, 16, no steals but 1 block on 13 of 16 shooting and 11 of 14 from 3-point land. By far the most threes that I've hit in a game. I don't think I've gone past 10, but with this build, with the 76 3-ball and those nice shooting badges, we were able to do it. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and if you're new, hit that sub too, and we'll talk to you later. Peace.